research and discovery. Futuris.
La Rochelle in western France, where the streets play host to a new generation of road transport. And the man who drove its development forward is keen to explain its secrets.
All you have to do is simply touch the screen to select your destination, and that's it. Or use your phone to call up the vehicle.
The car is a technophile's dream, packed with lasers and movement sensors, intelligent speed controls and even automatic parking. It can find its way on its own thanks to a raft of sophisticated computer programs.
Here we're in a cybercar. It's a vehicle you'll be able to take from a station or even call to your home, and it'll arrive on its own. You get in, you put in your destination on the screen, and the vehicle takes you there. There's a drive motor, an electric brake, electric steering, and it's all driven by computers.
I'm quite disabled at the moment. I can't drive, I can't ride a bike. For me it's temporary. But I think this vehicle could be very useful for people who are really disabled.
As Europe's city centres become increasingly choked, whether it be by pollution from cars or taxis, researchers are trying to reinvent urban transport systems of tomorrow. And that's exactly what a European research project called CityMobile is aiming to do. These are the brand new prototypes that engineers reckon will provide easier, cleaner and safer inner city transport. Cars able not only to drive themselves, but also to react to dangers ahead, like this electrical prototype developed in Italy.
At this particular instant, I was slightly distracted. The onboard system spotted a potential risk, a pedestrian crossing the road, and straight away the car stopped by itself. There's radar installed in the front of the car. The system can recognize when there are obstacles in the street ahead. The onboard computers can analyze the type of obstacle, identify risky situations, and send a signal to the braking system to bring the car to an immediate halt.
Other prototypes can recognize each other so that they stick together to form a kind of road train, providing predictable and safe lines of traffic. Nowadays in town centres you see more and more public bikes for hire. The problem is they all gather together in certain areas and you have to redistribute them around the town. You could imagine distributing automatic vehicles in the same way, hooking themselves up one behind another, allowing them to be gathered up all over the town and taken wherever you want. The technology to produce autonomous, safe and clean urban vehicles already exists. The challenge now is to integrate all these prototypes into existing transport infrastructures.
Es gibt einige Konzepte, wie man das machen kann. Das heißt, einen fließenden Übergang zunächst einmal.
We're working on several ideas to achieve that. Firstly, for example, you could develop closed sectors which could connect important centers like railway stations with big car parks.
Mit dem Bahnhof verbinden oder mit einem größeren Parkplatz beispielsweise. Or
even autonomous vehicles could get their own proper infrastructure, like a raised platform they can travel on.
Auf einer erhöhten Plattform, auf der sie sich bewegen können.
Evaluation and research are going on in special labs like this on the outskirts of Paris. Here, they're trying to shape tomorrow's automatic driving systems in cybercars and other prototypes. And engineers reckon lasers will be the eyes of the autonomous urban cars of the future.
There's a revolving mirror and the laser beam which is fired at it. Depending on the angle of the mirror, it reflects the laser beam, which gathers information like the presence of obstacles or moving objects. On the other hand, the lack of objects means empty space, so the vehicle can steer all by itself and has the information necessary to maneuver to avoid pedestrians or cars.
Les piétons, les voitures, etc. Potential applications for the laser technology are seemingly endless and not only restricted to city centres.
In an airport, you can have shuttles to go between one area and another, or which can take you to the plane. You're not supposed to have thousands of people on the tarmac or the terminals, and in this type of application, the technology works.
London's Heathrow is the busiest airport for international travel in the world. According to Airports Council International, Heathrow catered for 62 million passengers last year. So to ease the congestion, they've developed another Citymobile vehicle to link car parks with Terminal 5.
This is the Ultra PRT vehicle. It's a new form of public transport. It transports the passengers from the car park to the terminal in a nice, convenient, air-conditioned environment. You select your destination where you want to go, the doors will open, and then you'll board the vehicle. Having got in the vehicle, you then select the door close button, rather like using a lift. The doors will close and then you'll press the journey start button. You'll get feedback on that journey from screens that are in the ceiling and on the side panels. They'll give you information about how long your journey is going to take, where your destination is. If you have any problems while you're travelling, there's 2 buttons in the vehicle that allow you to get in touch with the central control. The vehicle's fitted with microphones and with speakers, so you can talk and hear from the central controller, who can give you feedback and information about what's going on. And he can also see you, because there's CCTV cameras in the vehicle that give full coverage. And that gives a level of security and a level of feedback between yourself and the people who are operating the system.
They travel at speeds of up to 40 kilometers per hour along a 4-kilometer track, and the central control makes sure that cars are only launched when there's a free slot in the network. The systems manager says it'll allow a constant flow of 18 vehicles.
Fitting in the track close to a runway, providing the correct tolerances over the highways, all of these things have been very challenging. What we hope to be able to do is take a lot of the traffic off the roads, so there should be less congestion, which means less pollution. Plus, of course, this system is electrically powered.
It's the future in action. A new system of transport for Europe's airports and city centres of the 21st century.